Welcome to Policy on Demand. I'm Nikole Flax. We've spoken on this show about the impact the new tax law will have on various functions of the IRS. Today, we're going to talk about how state and local agencies are faring under OB3. I'm pleased to be joined by Tina Skidmore and Caragh DeLuca from PwC's State and Local Tax Practice. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Caragh, why don't I start with you? How do you see state tax administrations and audits in particular changing in the new environment?
So I think the states, just like everyone else, is really data and tech focused. So we're seeing with the filing of returns electronically, we're seeing that data being more readily available to the jurisdictions, and they're leveraging that to send out notices automatically and being able to pick up on trends quicker. Additionally, we're also seeing them use bank levies more easily because they have access to the bank account information, which they didn't previously have.
Okay, and are states at different maturities on that? I assume there are some that are further ahead than others?
Absolutely. I think some of them are really savvy with it. You'll see their notices, you'll kind of pick up on the patterns, and in some ways you could be proactive with that, but a lot of times we're seeing them kind of build that up for sure. California being one of them, they're really good at that process.
Okay, thank you. Tina, what about you?
In addition to data, right, the states are looking at talent. The federal government, right, they've had reductions at the IRS. Many of those former IRS agents are being picked up at the states, right, to perform audits. In many cases, right, this could be an upgrade in talent and an upgrade in the number of professionals they have available. States, though, are budget constrained, and what we're seeing as a way to be creative around these budget constraints and hiring is they're looking at third-party contractors. So third-party contractors who are coming in, doing state audits, and often using a success-based fee approach. So if they're able to have assessments, collect on those assessments, they get paid after the state gets paid.
Interesting.
Yeah,
it's interesting because now you see a lot of federal employees going to states. When I was at the IRS, when we did have hiring, it was always great when you would get candidates in the package that had state tax administration experience. So it's just interesting to see how it flip-flops depending on what's happening. As states are utilizing technology and building their expertise, do you see the states working together or the states working with the federal government more?
Absolutely. I think we see kind of three examples. So you see the states working with the IRS to share information.
Mm-hmm.
We certainly see states working with each other to share information. But also there's organizations like the MTC, the Multi-State Tax Commission, that are formed to help states regionally kind of look at these issues and address them. Additionally, with the partnership audit rules federally becoming more clear, we're seeing a lot of states react to that. I think historically, partnership audits have been really complex, right? As that not being the taxpayer that actually makes the tax payment, oftentimes those adjustments have to tier up to the actual ultimate taxpayer. But a lot of states are really becoming more focused on this area. Particularly the MTC is actually focusing a lot on their partnership rules in general. They have a study going on right now to really focus on how to look at things like nexus, sourcing, even investment partnerships. So it's really a hot topic and a big focus for them.
Mm-hmm. And I do hope the federal rules around partnership audits will even become more clear because it's still
we still have a little race to go there.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. But it's getting there. Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
As Caragh was talking about the MTC, right? As the states are looking for areas of funding, right? They're looking at the digital economy. And one of those areas is around digital taxation. The MTC is helping states and bringing them together to think about how digital taxation, although it's very controversial, right? What we're going to be doing. You've seen Maryland, what they've come out with. They've been in some struggles, back and forth around their approach to digital taxation.
Yeah, definitely an evolving area.
Yeah.
Okay. And then finally, what steps should leaders take to be ready for the state challenges in their tax decision making?
Right. I'm going to start here. I would say be proactive, right? Be proactive, be on top of it. Don't hope that states are going to go away, right? It's not going to go away. The complexity's there. And then second, also, don't assume if everything's okay for federal purposes. Let's say you're up to date on your federal audits, things are going well with your federal audits. Don't assume the same for states. We've seen states do some things that we haven't seen the federal government, right? Even going after 482 type transfer pricing.
Yeah, I agree. I think in addition to that, Tina, thinking about being really proactive and thinking about how you plan operationally, right? Making sure that you have all the departments kind of connected together, that you have a good process there, that you're reviewing your activity from time to time, making sure that you're really focused on what your positions are, making sure they're documented, making sure that you're kind of regularly checking in on those because a lot of things do change pretty rapidly.
Okay, any final thoughts?
Absolutely. I think we want to make sure SALT is at the table, like proactively at the table.
And look, we always want SALT at the table, but given all the changes and where we are, let's even back it up and make sure that SALT's in the kitchen and there where the meal's being prepped.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Tina, Caragh, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, take care and have a great day.